Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a glitter and glam makeup look for New Year's Eve, or really any occasion you want to go out and have fun for your birthday, any sort of special event. This is the makeup for that. It's actually pretty easy to achieve. I really hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial. Let's get into this glam Hollywood New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. So I went ahead and did my brows off of camera, and I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in Blonde. I also primed my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and set everything with the Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder. Now I'm taking my Morphe M441 and I'm dusting over the crease as a transition with a light brown from the Buxom Customized eyeshadows called Invite Only. The Morphe M433 and the terracotta shade from the 3502 palette from Morphe is now what I am putting into my crease, a little bit above my crease, and then I'm buffing that all out with that same M441 brush. The Cozette S185 is going to allow me to deepen up the brunette and whiz shades from that same Morphe palette on the outer corner and really get a nice precise smoke on the outside. I'm buffing that all in with the same brush I used with the terracotta shade, and then that same brush I used with the transition, just to make sure there's no harsh edges. Then I'm using the Supernova shadow from ColourPop in the color Walk of Fame. It's a really beautiful, nice golden shade, and I'm just going to use that as a base before I use my MAC pigment in gold. I set that with a Sephora concealer brush, and it really just makes it pop, and it's just such a beautiful gold shimmer on the lid. I love it. Next, I'm using the M Cosmetics Felt Tip Liner. It's the illustrative eyeliner. I'm absolutely loving this eyeliner lately. It was a little difficult to go over the gold glitter that I had set down because it was a little bit more chunky, but if you just kind of layer it up, eventually you can get the pigment to fully come through with the eyeliner. I'm just using a makeup wipe and cleaning up the edges a little bit, making it nice and crisp. And then I use the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. I have reused these several times and they hold up really, really well. Next, I am priming my face with the Ultra Repair Cream. You guys know this is my jam for priming. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation, and I'm blending that all in with a damp Real Techniques sponge. This is like my go-to foundation when I want to do any sort of glam look because it's just such a good foundation. It just looks like velvet on the skin, blends in really nicely, and it's definitely a buildable to full coverage foundation. I'm using that Tarte Shape Tape again to highlight and conceal under my eyes, kind of in the upside down triangles, and just blending that again with that Real Techniques sponge. I did highlight a little bit on my forehead, my nose, and my chin as well, and using that same loose Maybelline Fit Me powder to set everything in place. All over the face, I do use the Matte and Poreless translucent powder from the Maybelline Fit Me line and just a big fluffy brush from Morphe. This is a butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, and I'm using an angled brush just to kind of create a little bit of a contour starting off and just bronzing the face all over. Next, I'm using the Morphe 9in palette in just that middle shade just to get a nice light wash of a kind of like rosy peachy pink color. I'm using a Luxie 504 for that. The NARS Laguna bronzer and the Smlissglam L36 brush has been my thing lately. I absolutely love this brush for contouring, and I just go under the chin a little bit to contour there and my nose as well. Here, the Luxie 207 is my favorite for nose contour. I'm using that light, loose powder from Maybelline and just placing it right underneath my contour to make it nice and defined. And then I'm using the Morphe M501 and the City Color Highlight Trio to highlight all over my face. Dusting off that baked powder with the Luxie 514, grabbing a little bit more on my brush to just get a nice highlight on the nose and the chin and just the highlighted areas. I'm taking the gold shade in a Morphe E18 and just highlighting the inner corners. I set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and then I'm going in with the under eyes. I'm using a Sigma E30 and a flat definer brush just to mimic the colors that I used on the top lid. This is the NYX Slide On Glide On pencil. I'm just using that for my waterline, just a nice matte black. And then I'm using the Skone Smudger brush and the Stila liquid eyeshadow in Gold Goddess just right there on the inner corner. Then I'm going to go in with my lips. I'm using Havana Nights from Ofra, and over top I'm going to use the lip topper from Jouer in Skinny Dip. Just placing that on with my finger. And also this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Just using that to blend in my falsies with my real lashes. And that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I know I had a lot of fun creating this look. Be sure to give it a thumbs up before you leave, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.